Hey, it's Pop, and today we're going to be speedrunning Little Witch Nobeta. Little Witch Nobeta is a cute and funny. I don't want to ever say that again. Little Witch Nobeta is an anime Souls-like with an emphasis on magic and spells. We're going to be doing the all items category, where we have to collect all 103 items before beating the game. Let's get started. Time starts when we select the difficulty. We'll skip 2 cutscenes and then head down this hallway. A lot of times we'll be jumping and performing 2 aerial attacks. This is because Nobeta does not drain stamina while she's airborne. If you do run out, then she'll trip and fall. Should have gotten life alert. Moving on, we'll head past this mana crystal, shoot this mob, and pick up our first item. Then we'll head up the stairs and quickly go into the opening on our right to avoid the lightning trap. We'll grab the item in this vase and kill the mob before heading out. Now we'll head to the right side, jump on this pillar, and barely make it onto the handrail. Then we'll break this obelisk to take down a barrier. After skipping the cutscene, we can get on this rail and jump to the platform with the chest. Inside is a bag extension that gives us an extra slot. We'll then kill this mob as we head down and then head into the hallway. These cat slippers are so cute. After grabbing the item in this barrel, we'll head downstairs to a room with a mana crystal. Here we'll skip another cutscene and begin charging our arcane spell, using the mana crystal to speed up the process. Then we'll fire it off as it spawns and use 2 more to finally break it. We'll skip this cutscene and head down the hallway to skip yet another cutscene. Here we'll aggro the mobs in the back, kill 2 on the right side, use melee attacks to charge arcane quicker, and just blast the rest of them. Barrel roll. After skipping this cutscene, we'll head up the stairs, kill this mob, jump onto this rail, and jump across to the other side. Down these stairs, we'll grab an item inside this vase. On the way back, we're going to get rid of this mob, jump on this rail, and start charging arcane. We'll stagger the Great Valley Heartless, and finish it off with some headshots, and pick up our next item. Then we'll exit, jump over this rail, and head towards the statue. Downstairs will be the first boss fight, the mysterious Spectre armor. Right away, we'll shoot the vase on our right, charge arcane, and stagger it. Then we can shoot its tail while we close the gap. Once we're next to it, we can use melee attacks to charge arcane and continuously stagger it until it's finally down. And that is the armor boss fight. Now we sit here for 20 seconds until we can skip a cutscene and go to the next area. Cutscene. Welcome to the underground. We'll collect 4 items scattered in the area, and then open a chest in the back containing wind magic, and then return to the goddess statue. With that, we can now double jump over this wall and continue down this tunnel. When we reach the dolls, we're going to break the 2 on the left and charge arcane. Then we'll get rid of the dolls on the right and grab our next item. Moving on, we're going to double jump over this weird glowing stuff and then trigger a cave in. All we have to do is shoot it to remove it. Now we can do some parkour onto this glowing thing to the stalagmite, and then go to the diagonal beam and then up to these stairs. And then we'll shoot a doll mid-air before landing on this fungi to grab another item. Down below, we can drop down to open a chest, which contains the second spell, Ice Magic. And now we'll head back up through this tunnel, jump across this gap, and kill these 2 mobs. Then we'll head through this tunnel and charge Ice Magic. Once fully charged, we'll aim at the 2 obelisks up front, and then fire it once we reach the stairs. Then we'll run to the 3rd one and break it with normal shots to trigger another cutscene. Afterwards, we'll pick up the Absorption Book and charge Ice Magic again. And with the power of God and anime, we'll kill the doll that's chasing us. Here we'll upgrade to 8 Intelligence, 3 strength, and 7 stamina. After that, we'll grab the item behind us, drop down, and head down this hallway to trigger another cutscene. For the next part, we'll use this giant mana crystal to charge ice. This will allow us to run through the fire and flames. Then we get to do some sick platforming up this tower to break an obelisk, saving only a second. Cutscene. Then we'll jump across to grab an item in this barrel and kill the doll that's next to it. Or not. And now we'll perform barrier skip. As we maneuver our way down these stairs, as I was saying, we can do some platforming that will allow us to get over this barrier, which saves us about 30 seconds. We'll head to the left side so that we can pull a lever to open the gate. Then we'll head inside and pick up an item. And then we'll exit, kill this mob on the way, and head to our second boss fight, Ribbon Loving Soul Doll, Tanya. For this boss fight, we're going to be spamming charge ice attacks and normal ice attacks. And with absorption magic, we can now parry attacks, allowing us to charge our magic more frequently. For laser attacks, we get more mana by dodging than parrying. Once Tanya gets around half HP, she enters her second phase. She'll enhance her attacks and have a lot more multi-hitting moves. And after a few more ice shots, that is the Tanya fight. Fun fact, a few of the bosses are voiced by Hololive members, with Tanya being voiced by Omura Polka. And after another 20 seconds of waiting for the cut, we'll return to the goddess statue. This will move the item Tanya drops in front of us and have the added benefit of duplicating some of the souls. And now we can head to the
Miss your jump here, you lose like 3 minutes.
ruins.
This is like the worst place to die in the whole game.
This is like the worst place
to die.
Cutscene. We'll grab the item in front of us and pray for some good fortune. At this statue, we only need to raise our intelligence, which in this case is level 15, and then we'll head down until we get to an opening. Here we'll get rid of some hooded individuals, with the last one having an item for us. Then we'll head upstairs, getting rid of some mobs on the way, before dropping down and grabbing an item in this barrel. There's a red one now. 3 might be a little much for us. And now we're back up here. Since we need to recover stamina, we can get rid of these 2 mobs on the way. Once we get across this gap, we'll charge ice magic. Then we can use it when these 3 balls spawn. Ignore these 2 and just jump straight across the gap. We'll shoot these faces for souls and charge ice before picking up the item. Then we can head upstairs and then drop down in the middle where we can get rid of these 2 mobs with our charge ice attack. Then we'll charge arcane and use it against the red one. Then we can keep charging arcane to stagger it. We'll use arcane to stagger. We'll use normal ice attacks to defeat it. This mother once defeated, we can pick up the item it drops before heading back upstairs. We'll shoot the wooden planks before going to the right and grabbing an item downstairs. And on our way back up, we'll shoot this barrel and start charging ice magic before dropping down and landing on a specific pillar. Being here stomachs the dog with our dashingly good looks, so we can just shoot it for free. Then we take its money and go on to the next cutscene. Cutscene. Now we go to the right side to kill this mob and pick up another item. Then we'll get rid of this doll on our way, remind ourselves that 80 mobs is free, do some platforming to the top floor, finish what we started, and grab an item in his face. Then we'll trigger this barrier from below, open this chest to get fire magic, get rid of this mob in the way, hit this mana crystal before going up the stairs on the right to charge fire, and use the enhanced melee attacks to break the obelisk and pause the game for whatever reason. Fireball. More running through random tunnels to grab items. This staff must weigh like 50 pounds. Finally, signs of life. We'll jump across this gap to this pillar and then get rid of this mob and charge ice before grabbing an item in this barrel. Another big jump over lava, because that isn't scary. And then we continue onward until we finally arrive at the lava ride. Please don't mess this up. Here we'll activate the lava ride and use the mana crystal to charge ice attacks to get rid of these mobs. We'll do this until we get rid of the third set of enemies and charge ice one last time before jumping across to this edge. I'm clenching right now. Insert audible sigh of relief, the final stretch. And after miraculously not falling into the devil's piss water, we can use charge ice attack and then normal ice attacks to get rid of the dolls. Then we'll continue on to grab an item in this barrel and thank the goddess for not letting us fall there. Now we can put some points in intelligence and get some purples for the first time. We'll be using them later. Afterwards, we'll continue on to fight another scissors doll, Fireball. Pick up the item it drops and then go on to our third boss fight, Doll Hugging Soul Doll, Monica. For this boss fight, we're going to be alternating between fire and ice magic to maximize our mana use. Of course, we're still going to dodge and parry as required. Use it to charge our ice magic. At around 50% health, Monica will enhance her bear attacks with extra fire properties. However, we won't need to change any of our current stats. And that is the first phase of Monica. During the slowdown, we're going to shoot these vases to get the mana orb cutscene. By the way, we're going to start charging fire magic, Fireball. In the second phase, it's just Monica. We'll continuously hit her face while she walks towards us. Whenever she attacks, we'll parry to charge our ice magic, and dodge if necessary. After a while, she'll begin charging a Fireball. We'll shoot the Fireball around 7 times, and then make sure to keep hitting her without blowing it up until it's fully charged. Once she recovers, she'll splash some lava at you that's really easy to dodge, and then charge arcane for whatever reason. Then we'll blow up her second fireball, and that is the Monica fight. Also, the voice actor for Monica is Shirakami Fubuki from Hololive. I know these ending scenes are supposed to be dramatic, but man, they really take forever. Cause now we can pick up 3 items that Monica drops before going through these corridors and into a teleporter. After we get Isekai, we'll pull this lever and then go pray at the statue. Of course, we're just gonna put it all on intelligence. Then we'll head back, go up these really long stairs, grab an item before entering the door. Someone definitely made these levers to mess with Nobeta. And now we play Hallway Simulator for a little bit before entering another door. Who would have guessed? Another lever. We'll pick up the item in the vase we just broke, and then head downstairs, pop a purple crystal, and instantly charge fire to break the obelisk. Then we'll enter this room and break this vase for another item. Now we'll continue down, fireball, jump through this window, break some vases to charge arcane, and shoot through this wall. We'll pick up the item the mob drops, begin charging fire, and then pick up the item in the back. Then we'll go around and drop down to break an obelisk. Sorry, no fireball this time. Fireball. We'll pick up the item this mob drops, struggle to kill this one for some reason, charge fire again, and drop even further down. Fireball. We'll get rid of this guy so he doesn't chase us everywhere. Kill this mob and run into the tunnel and charge arcane. Then we'll stagger him and blast him with fire and ice magic and then pick up the item he drops. Now we try our best not to become Swiss cheese as we run up these stairs. Instead of going to the statue ahead, we're gonna take a right turn up these stairs. You guys like the little cotton on her hat? As we continue on, we're gonna get rid of this mob. Eventually, drop down and open a chest to upgrade our fire magic. Start charging fire. I don't know when he got there. And then smash this obelisk. Now we can jump across this gap, aim at this red mob, roll into the vase, and hurt ourselves in the process, I guess. Pick up the item, actually kill them off this time. This architecture should have been fired, and then grab the item in his vase before our next boss fight. He's red now. So right away we're not gonna fight him, but instead go to the floor above and open a chest that has thunder magic. Then we'll run upstairs, break this vase and grab another item. Now we get to head back downstairs and actually fight the boss. First we're gonna drop back down and start charging thunder magic. Then we'll dodge his attack to fully charge it and use a purple crystal. Then we'll use our charge thunder attack and then charge thunder again. We'll keep repeating this process until we beat the boss. And that is enraged spectre armor. Now we pick up the items he drops, somehow forget what to do, and then return to the goddess statue. And we're back here. Now we get to do some parkour off this side wall to get to the floor above, and then play more running simulator until we get to the door. Here we're gonna jump on a wooden platform to get an item in his barrel. Cutscene. We're gonna jump over this wide gap as we infiltrate Chorgan prison. This isn't your average everyday darkness. We'll get rid of the 2 dolls on this floor. Reminder that aim lads is free. I hate when this happens. Wait, you're supposed to be dead. After grabbing the 2 items they drop, we're gonna go upstairs, jump across this gap, shoot the obelisk with thunder magic, grab the item in this barrel, and then shoot it again while jumping off to trigger another cutscene. This is why I don't play shooters. I'll get rid of this doll for an item, pull this lever, run back up, coal wrench is better, get rid of these dolls blocking the path. Charge fire, say free end, pick up the item it drops, fireball, head up some more stairs, get rid of this one, get rid of that one, ignore this one, zap that one, charge thunder. This is taking longer than expected, pick up the item, and run for our lives. Let's return to goddess statue, nap time. No more nap time. Pick up item, cutscene. Look, a plasma ball. Take said plasma ball. This is advanced darkness. Pick up item. There shall be light. Now we can head out and drop down. Isui from Melty Blood? I can hear Steel yelling at me right now. We'll get rid of the other guy too. Somehow not see the item that was in front of us. Charge thunder. Continue down to grab another item in a barrel. There's usually a red guy here. I was born in the darkness, raised in it. Then we'll run to the end of this hallway. Place. Grab an item in his barrel, and then pray to the statue. We'll buy some purple crystals, level intelligence to 30, and put the rest in strength. Then we go back to where we came from, drop down into the shadow realm, do some platforming to the top floor, and open the chest for thunder magic. And we'll shoot some vases and charge fire, beat up a mimic for an item, beat up another one for an item, before returning to the goddess statue. Now we'll pop a purple crystal, shoot the middle obelisk, shoot the right one, charge fire, and shoot the last fireball. So much for thunder trial. We'll pick up the item in this room before heading upstairs. We'll shoot this one with ice so it doesn't fall off. Pick up the item it drops, not even close. Jump to this platform and jump to the other side. And now it's time for more platforming, which is probably more annoying to do than it looks. I hit it once every 15 tries. Definitely better than my gacha luck. Get rid of this doll. More running. Don't step on that pressure plate. More running. Even more running. Cutscene. Actually just 3 cutscenes. There's so many stairs, man. Once we enter this room, we're gonna get our ankles broken. No comment. Start charging thunder, then jump over these rails and head to our first mini boss fight. We'll pop a purple crystal and smite the knight. Then we'll charge thunder again, pop a second crystal, reminder of having no depth perception. Ow. Headshot it with lightning to stagger it, and then finally finish it off. Now we pick up the 2 items it drops and head out the room. We'll open this chest for another bag expansion, charge thunder. Why are these stairs so long? Jump over these rails. Eventually, grab the item in his barrel. Look, we're back here. Now we'll get rid of this one too. Grab the item in this vase, run up some more stairs, get rid of the maid, shield guy too, stairs, charge thunder. Grab the item in this barrel, and head to our next boss fight. Soul Doll of the Throne, Vanessa. Right away we're gonna headshot her, then shoot these barrels to get mana orbs, charge thunder, use the power of Zeus. Headshot, Taru, more charging, another purple, more thunder, charging, thunder, your ranked teammates, headshot, another one, GG's. You pretty much steamroll bosses at this point. Also, Vanessa is voiced by Shirogane Noel from Hololive. Cutscene. Another one. Grass, oh no. We'll break these crystals for an item and pop a purple. Then we'll pick it up and charge thunder. Then we run really fast until we get to the Stonehenge. Then we smite one for no reason. Zap this one. Barrel. And this one too. Then we go behind this wall to grab an item. Aim labs. Now we cut his blue one for an item. 2, 2, 3. Then we do some parkour because stairs are for chumps. Kaya, break these crystals for mana. Charge thunder and pick up another item. Then we absolutely destroy this archer to get another item. I'm missing at point blank range. Go up to break some more crystals. Charge thunder and jump across to this under bridge where we hit everything this time and pick up the item they drop. Now we break some more crystals, charge thunder again, and zoom up the stairs, eventually get up to the next floor. More stairs, thunder, grab an item in the crystals, and charge thunder. Finally not messing up tricks challenge, impossible. Maybe possible. Thou shall. We'll break these crystals, charge thunder and head across the bridge. Then we'll break this crystal before praying at the statue. We'll buy some more purples and then put the rest in strength. Then we'll pick up the item and charge arcane. For this jump, we're gonna get on this pillar, start jumping across, and use charge arcane to stall for a double jump. This is what I get for not shooting it backwards. We'll break this wall so that we can head inside to open a chest and grab another thunder. Then we'll head out and jump across into this tiny sliver between the support pillars and then go across to the grass area. We'll break this crystal for an item and then break some more crystal for mana and charge thunder. Then we'll drop on this beam for an item. Preset this thunder as we head down and just obliterate the knights that spawn in. We'll finish them off to grab the items they drop. Eventually, then we'll charge thunder again, jump into this window, and then jump across until we're on this edge, and then onto another one. Then the last jump before our next boss fight. Cutscene. See you. Holy mama. Right away, we're gonna pop her in the head, break these crystals. Another one, charge thunder, thank the goddess for not getting hit. Pick up the item, smite her, shoot her, break these crystals. Headshot, charge thunder, pick up the item, thunder, crystals, headshot, pick up item, forget to charge thunder, waiting, or not, headshot, crystals, and that's seal. Now I pick up the item. Cutscene. Hope we didn't forget one. More jumping, more crystals. Cutscene. Hello. Headshot, charge thunder, use thunder, headshot, break crystals. I don't know. Thunderbolt, mashing. Ow, and GG's. Now I can pick up the item she drops, run to this barrier, and then to the goddess statue when it goes down to pick up an item in the crystal. And then we go up these really long stairs after charging thunder. Here we get to do a really long jump sequence all the way to the arch over there just to not make it and start all over again. This game is so After finally making it, we can head across to the broken bridge, jump to this floating rock, jump on this pillar to get to the next floor, break this crystal and shoot the red ball, charge fire and parkour our way up to this obelisk, and break it through the barrier with our hands in melee. I've always hated the color blue. Now we'll drop down, break these crystals, and charge thunder before grabbing the item. Now we'll do another really long jump to this obelisk, and then use a thunder to take out the knight that spawns. We'll grab the item in this crystal, blue guy, then charge thunder, and then run all the way over here to obliterate the red guys because we're not and then we parkour around these edges because there's already enough cutscenes in this game, we don't need another one. Red. And we go up here to take a teleporter. Once we're here, we're gonna head to the right side and jump over this gap. We'll break some crystals and charge thunder, jump onto these stairs to grab an item in this crystal, go up and then jump across to that arch, and then to the cliff with the treasure chest, over these handrails and then break the wall with ice, pop up purple crystal to charge thunder, run around this cliff wall, up these stairs and onto the handrail, go across the bridge and then grab an item in front of the statue, and then head up these stairs for our next boss fight. She's a Night King now. You guessed it, headshot, pop a purple crystal to charge thunder, pop another one, wait for her to stand still. Why is it not called lightning? Charge thunder, use thunder, headshot, make that 2, purple, 3rd time's the charm, and that should be out of mana. GG's. She's 0-2 just like my tournament runs. Cutscene. Another cutscene. Welcome. Return to the goddess statue. Welcome to the abyss. We'll pick up this item right in front of us. Shoot some dolls and crystals for mana. In awkward silence. Charge thunder and run all the way to the teleporter. When we arrive, we're gonna break the barrel so that we can pull the lever and open the gate. Then we'll break some crystals and the barrel in the middle for an item. We're gonna pop a crystal and charge thunder because I don't want to go to jail. But then we're gonna have to run back to grab an item in this crystal. Now we can move on. After I get rid of these guys, and then we charge thunder again. Preset this thunder and drop down, grab the item in this vase, and then go upstairs to break this crystal before using thunder. We'll pick up this item, head back downstairs, break some crystals to charge thunder, climb up onto this arch, jump across this gap, and break the crystal for an item. Then we're gonna jump onto this pillar so that we can skip over another barrier and take the teleporter to get out of here. We're in space now. We'll head to the goddess statue and pick up the item in front of it before praying. We're just gonna buy purples. We'll pop one so that we can charge thunder and run to the teleporter faster. Once we're in, we're gonna gonna pop another purple to charge thunder again. Jump over the rail, run past these 2 mobs, head up the stairs past these mobs, and then turn around and get onto this platform to open a chest and max out our thunder. Then we'll continue on, drop down into this room, break some crystals, and charge thunder. As this doll spawns, we're gonna use a purple and smite it on the spot, charge again, use thunder, and then finish it off with some normal shots. Now we can pick up the item it drops and take the teleporter out. Once we're out, we'll break the crystal, grab the item, charge thunder, and break the obelisk. Now we schmoovin'. Oh hey, we're at the teleporter. For this one, we can break the vases in the wall at the same time, run to this rock formation, charge thunder, flash our way through this tunnel, get on top of this tower thing to open a chest and level our fire magic, drop down, pop a purple to charge fire magic, and break the cutscene. We'll charge fire again, and just go ballistic on these stone dolls. They're annoyingly tanky, so this takes forever. Yay, we finally dropped this item. When we finally beat the last one, we'll charge thunder, instant transmission our way through this tunnel, and then jump across this gap to get to the teleporter. Once we're out, we'll do the same thing as we did last time, and then flash step to the other side to take another teleporter. Fun fact, making a mistake in this area is called doing a melon. Here we'll pop a purple crystal to charge thunder, zoom into the next room, drop down into the lava where there's no collider for some reason, and just murder the 2 dolls at the bottom. Then we'll pick up the item it drops before heading to the teleporter. When we're out, we'll repeat the sequence again. Cutscene, we'll break these crystals, drop down, charge thunder, and take the teleporter. We're in heaven. When we arrive, we're gonna drop to the goddess statue before the cutscene happens. You can actually still use the menu while the cutscene's playing. We'll just buy a few purples before returning to the statue. We'll pop a purple to charge thunder, and then zoom our way to our last boss fight. Lost Crafted Soul, Nobeta. You already know. Headshot. We're gonna beat her up to charge our fire magic, and then beat her up with said fire magic. And since we leveled it up, we can actually just face tank her explosion. Then we'll back off, shoot her with thunder, use a purple to charge thunder, use another purple, use thunder, not headshot, charge thunder, use purple, use thunder, normal shot, out, charge thunder, and throw harder than C9. You can beat her in the first phase. Cutscene. I should really use those aim trainers. We'll use a purple and shoot her in the head twice, and block with our face I guess. Charge thunder, use thunder, not get hit this time. Keep shooting her but forget you're not supposed to do it up close. Now we have no more mana. Waste even more time to survive this ice attack, and struggle with ice magic until she's finally down. And time at 50 minutes and 23 seconds, putting us at first place. If you would like to see the full run, the link will be in the description. Warning, there's an anime woman. Don't forget to check out Little Witch Nobeta. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.